Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. Today I'm an early bird. Let's have that first sip together, will we? Oh, so good. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Today is Saturday. My nose is itchy. I should get a tissue. You know, it's really funny that when I worked in the group home, and when I was younger and worked in the group home, I should say, because when I was when I was hands-on at the group home, you know, you're very aware of infectious disease spreading, bloodborne pathogens, and just in general. I'm trying to remember the name of the class. That's the thing. It's going to make me crazy. I only took the same class for 15 years. You'd think you would remember the name of it. It was called... It wasn't called infectious disease, and it wasn't called infection control. It was called something else. Anyway, basically the purpose of the class was about hand washing. The whole purpose of the class was hand washing, not cross-contaminating between individuals, gloves when appropriate, and so on and so forth. So, and how to take gloves on and off, and it's going to make me crazy. I said I wasn't going to think about it, but I can't stop. I need to call my sister, but she's on a plane, so that's not going to happen. Anyhow, now that I have cancer, this is going to sound dumb, but now that I have cancer, I have to be at that level again. Like with coronavirus. I guess that was the best way to share it with you guys, because when I was at the group home, you have this level of awareness during the coronavirus, the beginning of the pandemic, and as the pandemic got worse in my area, I was at that same level of awareness. And now I'm back. Now I'm back there. Not that it's eased up in my place, but you know, just that level of awareness. I have to be mindful that, you know, I have a very compromised immune system, even more than just a type 2 diabetic, because of the immunotherapy and stuff. So that's one of the things, is like wiping my nose, like scratching my nose and scratching my face. And I mean, it's my face, but just as long as my hands are clean, and then I clean them when I'm done, and blah, 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 blah. So I want to say good morning, everybody. That was an extra part of the rant right there because I scratched my nose. Good morning. Today is Saturday. Jim is off. Julie is away. I am so tired. I can't even begin to tell you. Yesterday, I was very, very tired. Like really tired. I got up in the morning with Julie. We had coffee. We said goodbye. I vlogged. Then I got back into bed and I went back to sleep and I rested. I spent most of the day resting. Jimmy came home from work and we talked about what to have for dinner. Mom went out with a friend, so we had dinner just for ourselves. And I said, you know what? I have been wanting Taco Bell. I like a Taco Bell Power Bowl. I don't know if I told you guys this before. I'm sure I have. I customize a Power Bowl, but I was in the mood for tacos. And since the doctor said to ease up on the keto, and corn processes very slow in my body, I went ahead and I was like, just have three. I just had 3 Taco Supremes. It was just like, oh, 3 Taco Supremes. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about today was all of the stuff that I did after eating yesterday. And it was like 4:30 in the afternoon before I really got my brain at a functional level. I sat out in the living room with Jim, and I called like disability lawyer in the area because it looks like I might have to go on disability to get some of the medical help that I need. Plus, I can't really work like I used to, even here on YouTube. Like, I can't really be out in the public and share the shop with me and the halls, and, you know, I don't have the energy to craft. I have, you didn't see this friend mail yet, but I have a sweet subscriber who sent me like a craft kit just to craft from my room. And I have it, well, it's over there for the day that I do have the energy to craft, but it just isn't today. So, and that those days may come more frequently, you know. They may come less frequently. They may come more frequently as the treatment goes by. So I have to be prepared. I guess anybody on disability has good days and bad days, but to get the medical treatment that I need in the area, they don't take the insurance that I previously have or currently have. And I can't really travel that far for the radiation because of the side effects and stuff. So we're figuring it out, but I need to just figure out. I just need to figure it out. I need to figure out if that's something we can do. I, also have to apply for the state Medicaid, but my state's Medicaid, really, you need to have disability. Well, I say you have to because they do make exceptions, but really that's one of the requirements. So I don't mean to be a strain on the system financially. Obviously, Jim's still working, and we've paid into the system I paid into the system for, was it 30 years? Close, yeah, 30 years. I got my first job at a grocery store when I was 16, and I stopped working when I was 43, so close. Oh no, I stopped working when I was 46 because I worked here too. So yeah, I paid into the system for 30 years, so I don't feel bad, if I worked as a police officer or in the military, I would be retired after 25, so I don't feel bad. I mean, I won't say that my pride isn't hurt. Let's just put it that way. Because I was, taught not to be a drain on the system. But I'm learning to accept myself to be, this is what I have to do to care for my body right now. And as much as I hate it, or as much as it goes against my nature, or goes against the grain of my fiber, of my being, then this is what I have to do. So I'm doing it. And if you don't like it, you can scroll on, Yesterday, during this whole talking to them, filling out this, I saw like the stages, and there's this like scale called the TNM, which stands for tumor, lymph system, and metastases. And that's how they determine what stage you're in. And then they talk about what level T you're at, TN and M you're at. And I realized I'm like, yeah, my tumor is a tumor, and it's invasive, and it's spread, and I have them in my lymph nodes, excuse me. Now, the lymph nodes that are just by my kidney, thank God, not all over my body. And it has metastasized to other organs, because your skeletal system, believe it or not, is an organ. Didn't know. I mean, I guess I knew that. I think it is, anyway. I don't think your body can function without it. I think that's what makes an organ an organ. So that was a little extra. You know, I didn't get sad. I didn't get overwhelmed. It was just extra. Yesterday, basically my point is yesterday morning, my body was exhausted, and yesterday evening, my brain was exhausted. So, Jim and I decided to have like a little date in where we just ate Taco Bell and watched a movie. But, then right towards the end of the movie, my sister-in-law called and we had to like stop the movie. So she was the one helping me fill out all the paperwork. What I realized over the course of this time was that some websites, devices, computers are not all handicap accessible, though they say they are. So let me say this. It depends on how the website's coded, whether or not my device will read the text. That being said, when you go to fill out paperwork, if you ever filled in a PDF, if there's a fillable PDF, so the body of like the body of a website could be like, this is our mission, this is our goal, this is what we want to do, and my device will read that. But when you go to fill out the form, above each box is a non-readable piece of information, and some of those things won't zoom in. They will zoom in to let you type in more, or they will not zoom in at all. Some of them don't zoom in. So it became very difficult to fill out the stuff. I'm definitely reaching out to my friends and family to help be my eyeballs at this point. Also, my laptop has issues. I have to work on fixing it. It is old. I don't want anything. Please, I'm just telling you guys a story. I got it in 2012, just before the flood. So it's like 9 years old. And you guys know in technology, that's a really old laptop. But I have to work on fixing it up a little bit because I can work here. The desktop that we got, which is really for work, is an Apple product, and it's really nice and big. However, the font only gets so big. The font doesn't increase in size on a lot of the different applications. The same with my phone, the same with my tablet, everything. So I know if it's an IBM compatible computer, then I know that there's different tools that I can use that I'm trying to find out on but I really can't sit at the computer desk for that long to fill out all these papers either. Just that I get too tired. My legs get very tired from sitting in a regular chair without having my foot up, until I can get a pin or some stabilization in this bone. It's just going to continue to bother me. Excuse me. Let's see. Trying to think. I don't know. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Do you need something?
Yeah, hopefully I don't make too much noise on you.
Okay. What you need? Getting something from your dresser?
Yeah. Might find out how well that TINS unit works later on.
Okay. Don't I can help you put it on?
Yeah, because it's on my back.
Yeah. What'd you grab? Socks?
Glasses.
Glasses. Yeah, so my brain. I was on the phone with the lawyer yesterday, and I was like, and I told you guys this, if I told you this before, please forgive me, because what I'm about to tell you will explain why I might repeat myself. The nurse practitioner said, chemo brain is real, cancer brain is real, 51-year-old brain is real, menopause brain is real, blonde brain, like I'm just, yeah, all of the things. And I just trying to navigate it. I was talking to the lady yesterday. I was like, I ran a group home and now I can't remember when my last doctor's appointment was without looking it up. So she understood. Like when I say I ran a group home, there was information of the individuals that you had to know just off the top of your head, like everybody's birthday, where their parents lived, what possibly their parents' phone numbers, all their diagnoses, and most of the medications they were on. Especially, like, you didn't have to remember, like, off the top of your head when Jane Doe started a Z-Pack, but you had to know, like, when she was on it. But for, like, the other medications, yes, like, you know, anticonvulsants, and you had to know antidepressants, and you had to know, like, hormone therapy, whatever they were on. That's, like, you have to remember all that. For 6, 8, 10 individuals, like, and then when I read the day program, that was, like, sometime 28 people. 28 individuals and 10 staff, and you're like, you got to remember everybody's birthday. You know, even if you don't remember everybody's parents' name and all their phone numbers, which is another thing. When it's running the day program, I have to remember everybody's name, their birthday, whether they lived at home or in a group home. I had to remember basically where they lived. Not everybody's address off the top of my head, but basically the town or city that they lived in. I definitely had to remember that. Their program coordinator, their caseworker, like their, we used to call it MSCs, basically their person that coordinates their services. So it's just a bunch of, like, just things that you had to remember, even for 30 people plus staff. You always had to remember staff's birthday, where about they lived, so that you could, you know, if God forbid somebody couldn't get a ride, you can, you know, could we pick you up? Are you in Queens? Because we can't pick you up if you're in Queens, but if you live in the next town, I can come and get you, or whatever. Not the next town, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, just little things that you have to remember. And I remembered it. And now I'm like, and I could still remember it. I have to tell you, it's kind of a dementia Alzheimer's thing. And I don't have dementia Alzheimer's thing, but it's a big, like, where you can remember something from 20 years ago, but you don't remember yesterday kind of thing. And I could still tell you, like, I don't remember everybody's, but I remember a lot of people's. And a lot of times it was association. So it was about that, but it's just kind of crazy, you know? And then you have your whole family and your life and your family's lives to try to remember. Now, I am unfortunate that we never had children, but I guess in this circumstances, maybe it's fortunate because I don't have all of their information to remember as a cancer patient, where other cancer patients do. Other cancer patients have to take care of themselves and their families. I am very fortunate that my husband though he's working full-time, my sister was able to come and take care of me, that while he's off, he does care for me, and I'm very fortunate that way, you know? So, I have shown that I can take care of myself. This morning, I went to the bathroom, and I saw the light on in the kitchen, and I started to head towards the kitchen because I thought he was out there, and I just realized I had to sit down at the walker, and I had to decide if I was going to ask for help or if I was going to take care of it myself. And what I decided to do was to ask for help before I made that decision. If you can help me, that would be great. If you can't, I'm just going to do it myself. Will it take a long time? Probably. Will I be really tired afterwards? Most likely. But I can do it myself. And that's what I was telling my sister. And that's kind of what I was talking to you guys about too. having help is just that. It's help. Right now, I can still give myself some self-care. I'm not in a position where I'm totally useless. Do I want to try to save all of my energy that I can on days like today to just go to the bathroom? Yes, 100%. To change my clothes? Yes. To go to the bathroom and change my clothes. That's my whole goal for today, is to be able to go to the bathroom. The other day I woke up and I was full of the old expression my grandma used to say was piss and vinegar, and you just go, 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 go. And that was great. Today, it ain't that day. Now, I did have a busy week, and it might take a couple of days to recuperate. This might have nothing to do with medicine. This might just have something entirely to do with that. I had 3 days of appointments and surgery, and I had, this. And I'm wearing a t-shirt today. You guys could see it today. Looks pretty good. But I'm wearing a t-shirt today because last night it was irritating to touch. Like sometimes when I lay in bed, I do this. And it was irritating to have it touch itself. And my neckline of my nightgown is here now. But when I sleep, sometimes it gets pulled down. So I was like, if I just get a t-shirt, I could tuck a t-shirt in. And of course, Peanuts makes everybody smile. Can you see Peanuts? It's Charlie Brown. Look. It's Charlie Brown and Sally and Linus and Lucy and Snoopy and Woodstock, and together they make up the Peanuts. I know, I'm cuckoo, Coco Loco Puffs. Oh, hey, you gotta smile. Don't forget to laugh every day. If you're battling cancer and I do something that makes my life better and it makes your life worse, I'm sorry. But this is my battle. This is the way I'm dealing with it. And if I'm here to encourage somebody, that's my plan. If I don't encourage you, that's okay. Find somebody who does. Some people are encouraged by prayer. Some people are encouraged, or just by prayer. Some people are encouraged by meditation. Some people are encouraged by the person who's already completed the battle and is on the other side. I, on the other hand, I will tell you the truth, I found very few people on social media battling kidney cancer. I was actually contemplating either starting a TikTok just about the kidney cancer, starting another channel just about the kidney cancer. But I realized that my vlog channel, like I mentioned yesterday, is about my life, and right now my life is about kidney cancer. Excuse me. So many channels evolved. I took my mucil this morning, and it's kind of like, sometimes it makes you full and makes you burp, and so I apologize. A lot of times that as a channel evolves, channel names will change, and the focus behind the channel will change. But for me, this has really always been the vlog channel. Even as a person battling stage 4 metastatic renal carcinoma, I still have to get my stuff from Walmart. I still have to have a relationship with my husband. I still have to do daily activities, daily duties. So, yeah, I still just want to share all that stuff with you guys, just like I am. But as far as like searchable things, like if anybody else is battling it, what will they look for? I think the part that I was looking for, that I kind of found, was the why factor. Now, I'm not wallowing in why, and I'm not woe is me. I'm not why is this happening to me. I am just been obsessed with detective findings. And I told you guys, one of my very first favorite TV shows was Quincy. Quincy was, where did this medical thing happen to this person? And what, like, why? And then it was like all the CSIs, and then the real life autopsy show, which was the same. Like, basically the guy, I forget his name now, he's from New York, the guy that they based Quincy off of. Why? In fact, I will tell you the truth. this is going to sound crazy, and I'd have to look back up at what date the episode aired. But there was an episode of Chips that there was like this huge car pile up. I mean, Chips was on when I was like 6, 7, I think, at the, like maybe 5, I'm not sure. But there was this episode where there was this huge traffic accident on the interstate, and nobody could figure out what caused the accident. And the whole episode is just like trying to figure out whose fault it was, not to place blame, but to prevent it from happening again. And what it turns out was this moving company, or this window installation place, was moving a mirror above the highway on the road by the house, and it shined a light in the trucker's eyes or whatever, and it was like, ta-da. Even like there was a TV show called Emergency. I'm so old. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. And I was really young when that was on, and we used to have can openers, like beer cans and soda cans used to have a tab that came all the way off. And it was a big habit for a lot of people to like take it off and put it back in the can so that, you know, you would know it was empty because you rattled it. But it was also like just so they wouldn't lay all over the place. And this guy accidentally swallowed his. And it was like, how did it get there? And how's it going to get it out? Like all of this. This was just what I loved. So what I was looking for, and this whole story, right? What I was looking for on the internet was, why does this happen to people? Not why is it happening to me? Why does kidney cancer happen to people? It seems so random, you know? But I kind of maybe have that answer as one of the people. I think I was telling you, Katie kicks cancer. She goes to the NIH for her treatment because her cancer is so rare. And they think it's because she abused ibuprofen. And that could be my answer. But I want to be able to, like, give answers out there, you know, for people. My story is unique. Every story is unique. But I want to be able to help somebody in the future. Somebody like me who's looking, why? Why did this happen? Why does this happen? And also, obviously, preventish? What the heck is preventish? Sounds like a really fun Indian guy who works on crime scenes, right? For prevention. If I can help somebody prevent this happening to them, then obviously that's definitely what I'm going to do. Does my weight play a factor in my treatment and my healing? Yes. In my prevention? No. I know that's not what people want to hear, but no. Now, you could have the argument that, well, if you weren't overweight, you wouldn't be in pain. And then if you weren't in pain, you wouldn't take an ibuprofen. However, no. Because the fact that I was in pain was from years of physical activity and sports injuries and stuff. It wasn't having anything to do with just my weight, or it didn't have anything to do with my weight. I definitely want to share with you guys when I do decide to start creating again. What I've actually asked Jim today, and it's on my little list of things that he can help me with because I cannot get this myself right now, is to get my sketch pad and pencils. I want to work on my Warrior Women merch. I have the idea in my head. I've sketched it on my iPad, but it's not a good sketch. I don't have a good iPad sketch program that I can just go ahead. I don't have an Apple Pencil or anything to like sketch it really well. I did see a tutorial on how to create an Apple Pencil, but to me, it's just, let me just get out kicking it old school, you know? And then I can go from there. But I have the design, like I sketched it out, and I think it'll work really well. Just one of them, obviously. I feel like the first thing you have to do is almost like design the main sentiment, or the main logo. It's not even really a logo, but the main image, and then you can always put the image on different ways. But that's my plan. My plan is to do that, and then we'll go forward. And obviously, I'm not I'm not a really good salesperson. I'm really not. So I'm just going to let everybody know that it's there. And if they're interested, then I'm grateful for their support. But if not, then that's okay too. Because the way that I'm going to do it, or the way that I'm looking to market them, I guess would be, is it really won't cost me anything up front. So that's what's important. It won't cost me anything. It'll just come from the manufacturer type of thing. So, wow, that's a lot of piece of information that I didn't have to tell you. Today, I asked Jim if we can do some of the things on the list from last weekend. He did do like 2 or 3 of them during the week, which was good. But what I want to do is get like the machines moved back to my dresser. So this isn't even something he's complaining about, but those 2 tables over there, it's really tight space. And he's not complaining about it at all, but it's visually overwhelming to me because of a couple of reasons. First of all, I feel bad when I have to have this much space to pull a walker through that he has almost none. And I can't not think that way. That's just the way I think. So stop telling me not to. But really, realistically, it makes me feel like he's imprisoned. I was like, and I said to him this morning, I know you already feel like at times you feel like you're a slave. I really don't want you to feel like you're imprisoned and a slave. So if we could work on that, that'd be great. So if we get those machines put up here and we swap out the machine with the one in my sister's room, we have to pay bills because he got paid yesterday. Just a lot of like not really physically demanding things because it is icky out. And whenever it's icky out, the 2 of us just want to like lay in bed and watch movies. And I told him too, tomorrow's another day. You want to lay in bed and watch movies today? We can do that. As long as you don't fall back to sleep, because that'll throw your sleep schedule. Metamucil, man. Excuse me. As long as you don't fall back to sleep, because that's throw your sleep schedule off, and we don't want that. So let's see what else. Can I think of anything else today? Said he wants to cover the air conditioner, but it's raining out, and I don't want him to go out in the rain, especially the cold rain, because that's a recipe for sickness, and we don't want sickness in the house right now. I don't know. I got friend mail yesterday, which brightened my spirits. I got a really cool looking light up dead tree. I wish I could take a picture of it. Like the kind like a Halloween tree that you bend the wires on and anything and it lights up. And Jim was like, oh, that's going in my office. I was like, dude, this is my present. And a beautiful buffalo check like throw with like the Sherpa on the back. Oh. So that is in the laundry. It's another thing my sister taught me, being a cancer patient, is anytime you get anything new, now you have to wash it first. I used to only do that with intimates. I would only wash like underwear if they were new or bathing suits. I never really had dermatological reactions to things, but she said now I have to. It's just safe precautions. You can get skin irritations from the medication so easy. So just a tip. So it's in the wash. This really washed really well, which I was happy with. She didn't put it in the dryer though, so I asked her not to. I was like, please don't put that in the dryer. It'll get all funky maybe. She's like, well, tumble dry. And I was like, okay, tumble dry is great because we don't have to bring out the clothesline if you don't want to. I don't like the tumble dry because it takes excessive amounts of energy. I just assume hanging out on the line, but you can only do the line during the weather when it permits type of thing. So, am I forgetting anything that I wanted to talk about today? We're gonna do the switch outs of the machines. Oh, the table. I want to, okay. There's this table. Let me show you real quick. So this rolling table that I love, right? This basket right there has been the bane of my existence. No, it hasn't. When we swapped over from the big jewelry box to the little jewelry box, we couldn't get to the top of the jewelry box because the machines were on there. The air purifier sits on top of the jewelry box in the guest room. So nothing really got put away. We did that as sort of like a last minute. I don't know if you guys watched that video of organizing. We just kind of like put whatever we can in the drawers. Jim has a drawer. Jim has a second drawer. I have a big drawer. I have a second big drawer. But nothing's away. And we purged from our, we purged from our desires. Like, oh, I don't wear that anymore. But we didn't purge like we don't have room for this. So, because we didn't put anything away. So I really want to do that. I can sit on the chair in there. I can get into the room because that's really right by the door anyway. And I would really like to do that because this basket has jewelry that I've always kept in the boxes. Like my wedding jewelry and stuff. I'm almost done, honey. I'm just wrapping it up. You need me?
I thought you were crying in here. I heard sounding somebody crying.
I blew my nose.
Okay.
But like, it was running, not like I was crying.
Okay, no. I heard you blow your nose plenty of times. It was not that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am almost done. You want to come back in a few minutes?
Maybe.
Okay. So I want to try to do that jewelry box while she's away sometime. So I might even be able to, like, if I have energy one day during the week, I might just go in there and do it. Because I want to be able to utilize this rolling table on a regular basis. And it's just like, I have no place to put that basket right now. If I go put it back in the guest room, it'll be in her way. Otherwise, I just don't have any place to put it. So there's just a couple of little things that we're on the list that just would make things run smoother. If anything, you know, that's the best way to put it. But that's it. So listen, I love you guys. If nobody's told you today, remember that I love you. You're so special to me, and don't know what I would do without you, honestly. If I had to battle this battle alone, I said the same thing to Julie. I said the same thing to Jim, Sharon, Lisa. If I had to go through this without my support system, and you're part of that, I don't know what I would do. Miss K is a big one. I don't know what I would do without you all. So thank you. And that's why I love you. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.